What's up, guys? We are back, and I'm looking at some more NBA plays today over on PrizePicks. I've also got a bonus MLB play for you guys in this video. We've hit 8 straight NBA plays. That, of course, being over in the DubClub with a ton of free play winners. Also, let's hop in and let's keep cashing. Yesterday, our NBA play in Naz Reid came through us pretty damn easily, even while getting injured and not really playing the last little bit of the second quarter. So we're looking to stay hot. I'm about to get into these free plays, but before we do so, don't miss out on joining the DubClub. There is a 3-day free trial link down in my description, which gives you access to all of my plays that get sent straight to your phone, and it gives you access to the Discord. But there's also another offer down there in my description. You can join for the next month for only $15, which is $20 off of your first month. Both options will be linked down in my description, the free trial or the $20 off option. Yesterday in the DubClub, this is how we did. We cashed our NHL play there. It was a plus 120. You were able to come through on that. These plays were also available on PrizePicks, of course. Naz Reid, though, came through also. NBA or MLB was awesome also, with Lugo, Lopez, and Buxton coming through. And then Pete Alonso missed his faint score. He had 4 out of 7. He was only missed last night. We went 5-1. Also, like I said, we've hit 8 straight NBA plays. These are our profit numbers so far this season. We have been killing it. And also, what's included, though, like I said, is the Discord, which gives you access to my contributors' plays from Elo, Emo, and Asmies. Elo has been absolutely crushing it time and time again. You can see all the love that he's getting on his posts because everybody just loves his plays. Like, his lists are ridiculous. Yesterday, how'd he do? You can see right here, he absolutely crushed it. He hit all 5 team-ins yesterday, too, which is crazy. He's just killing it time and time again. He really is something else, man. But you'll just get access to my community chat where you talk to me and other members about plays or whatever's going on. It's super easy to reach me in the chat if you have any questions. You'll also get my correlation slips for PrizePicks, which contains some 5-man, some 6-mans, as you can see here. And you also get access to my underdog streaks. And we have been crushing our streaks so far. It's only the second one that I've done. I think the first streak we went on got pretty far too, but this one is cooking right now. It was only the $5 option. It is now to an estimated $175 you could win right now, which is, by the way, 35 times your money. So we only have 5 streaks left here to cash out for $5,000 over an underdog. So we are very, very damn close to cashing that streak right now. So all those perks are available in the DubClub. Don't miss out any longer. There's so much more than just the free plays in this video, so go click that free trial in my description or join for the next month for only $15. Both are linked in my description. And now with that out of the way, let's get to these free plays. Just make sure that you play responsibly and at your own risk. And while you're down there leaving a like on the video, you may as well subscribe also. Have those notifications on. But what's also important, though, is that if this video gets to 150 likes, I'll drop a third play tomorrow. You guys had the like goal yesterday. If we hit it again today, I will have a third play tomorrow also. But getting into my first play here on the PrizePicks board for tonight's slate, we're going to over to the points category here, because I like Karl-Anthony Towns for a lot today here. His lines are kind of weirdly low, maybe because of the foul trouble that he had last game, which doesn't really line up to me, but I'm glad we're getting this low of a line of Karl-Anthony Towns. If you have an app like Chalkboard available if you're in a DFS state, or if you have sports books, what I prefer for Karl-Anthony Towns is the over 3.5 first quarter points. However, that's not available on PrizePicks or Underdog. So the pivot that I like here is going to be his over points at 18.5 or his over points and rebounds at 28.5. But I think he's at 29.5 on PrizePicks, which is why I'm pivoting to the 18.5 points here on the board. The main play for me is going to be the over 3.5 first quarter points over in the DubClub, but I do like the play here for still on PrizePicks at 18.5 points. So let's take a look at that. Karl-Anthony Towns has been over his first quarter points in 70% of games this year, but his full game points in 73%. First quarter, I still like a lot better based on his minutes and just the fact that he only needs 2 baskets. Cashed his first quarter points last game, but missed his full game points against Boston last game with only 14. However, he dealt with some massive foul trouble last game. It was pretty bad for him, which resulted in only about 32 minutes, when in reality, we could have seen close to about 38 in that game, where he would have probably cleared this line. But he games this year where he has his high minutes here with at least 32. He's been over in 80% of games this year. Like, this line is just way, way too low for Karl-Anthony Towns, in my opinion. I mean, the usage is very, very good. As long as he stays out of that foul trouble, we really shouldn't have to worry here, I don't think. But Karl-Anthony Towns has been pretty good this year, especially against Boston. But Karl-Anthony Towns has had an up-down season here against Boston. His first quarter points was so much better, just based off of the hit rate and things like that. But he just has some low minutes in some of these games here, like 24 minutes, 28 minutes. But in the games where he actually played competent minutes, he was great with like 41 and 43 minutes, also 32 last game, where he dropped 24 and 34 points, as you see there. So you never know what happens. If he has another 10 minutes in that game, he might have been able to come through with at least 19 points. I don't think that would have been too much to ask for Karl-Anthony Towns in that game, but overall, I think he's in a great spot. This line is just way too low, kind of coming off of that foul trouble, I feel like. Like, the usage was very good. As long as he is seeing these high 32-plus minutes here, I like the spot here for Karl-Anthony Towns. I think it's just way, way too low. and a little bit off. Like I said, his first quarter points look great to me here. Like you can see how he's been against Boston this year. I mean, he's just been great. Like it's just not too much to ask for. It's like 2 baskets in the first quarter for Towns. But like I said, though, his usage was very good last game. Like even if you look at his full game points, it was pretty damn good. In that game, only had about 23.7% usage, which was great. In the first quarter, it stayed pretty consistent with 24% usage. So overall, I think Towns is in a great spot because if you look at games where he's had at least 22% usage, and we also see his high minutes with at least 32, he has been great overall in all games this year, covering, and by the way, all of his games against Boston, but also in 91% of games overall this year. So there's a lot of reasons to like Karl-Anthony Towns tonight. I'm one of those guys that are going to be on him tonight, so give him the over for his points at 18.5. Preferably, though, the first quarter points, but I understand that's not available widely. Before we get to the next play, if you're not yet on DraftKings Pick 6, it is, in my opinion, one of the best DFS apps out there right now. It is a newer app from DraftKings. It is 18 years and older and available in most states. So if PrizePicks is in your state, there's a pretty good chance that DraftKings Pick 6 could also be in your state. And they also have an awesome welcome offer promo going on right now. If you use promo code DOMG, my promo code, that you will get this promo here of play $5, get $50 instantly. We also have this promo going on right now where Jaylen Brown is sliced down about 3 points. Not too terrible of a discount, especially if you already liked Jaylen Brown and his points tonight. You get a little bit of a discount here over on DraftKings Pick 6. Who knows, might have another one later. We'll see. They've started to offer more and more promos for like all users. And they also have some really cool categories on the board too, like 3+ threes made, 30+ points, for example, 40+ PRA, 10+ assists. It's a really, really cool app. Go get it for yourself in my description. Be sure to use promo code DOMG on DraftKings Pick 6. For our next play, we're going to head over to the MLB, and then for the third play, we'll head back to the NBA. But in the MLB tonight, we're going to go with my pitcher fantasy scores here. I think Lugo missed on PrizePicks yesterday. He cashed his original line over on Underdog yesterday, so it was unfortunate that he kind of got bumped, but he really still sort of came through, man. Like he had like 2-3 strikeouts yesterday against the White Sox. That was ridiculous. But today, I think Brian Wu's in a great spot over his 33.5 pitcher fantasy score. So our record on these, by the way, this year is like 16-4, I think. So we're hitting 80% on these pitcher fantasy scores plays this year. It's insane how good the hit rate has been. Again, there's more available over in the DubClub, but Brian Wu has been over this in 4 out of 6 games this year and 41% last year. However, they are pretty big favorites now against the Athletics, and he has some great looking lines today. It's the same process that I've been using for these pitcher fantasy scores. In wins this year, he's been over in every single game, which is 4 out of 4, including a game against the Athletics already this year where they ended up winning 2-1. This game will probably be a little bit more offensive, but still. Last year in wins, by the way, he actually was over in 57%, but these games here just did not manage to go 18 outs, and also he was kind of limited in a lot of these starts. Like he wasn't throwing 80 pitches in a lot of these starts, but this year he's been throwing at least 90 pitches in most of these games now. And what's awesome though is his lines today, because he is favored over 17.5 with a lot of juice. His line is actually 18.5, which is great. We want a pitcher to go 18 outs for the over on the fantasy score. The win would be awesome too. It's a plus 110. Would be a plus 6 to the fantasy score over on PrizePicks. Would be a massive boost there. Earned runs extremely favored under 2.5. While the strikeouts line now is also at about 5. So I think Wu's in a great spot. I really do. I love his fantasy score here. He's already came through against the Athletics this year. He's been pretty good historically against them too, especially in wins for the most part. So it's a pretty simple breakdown. I like Brian Wu so much over his fantasy score. Great looking lines, favored to win. Pretty much just fits my system for these fantasy scores, which we are about 16-4 on so far this year. Getting to my third play, though, we're going to head over to back to the NBA. But again, if you guys want a third play, be sure tomorrow, if you guys want third play tomorrow, be sure to leave a like on this video here. 150, I drop a third play tomorrow. We're going to go with Jason Tatum over 20.5 points here. I like him all the way up to 27.5. However, I'm going to personally lock in the 20.5 points, but you could play this one at 24.5 if you wanted to for a better payout. You could take 21.5 for maybe a slightly better payout. You actually might be able to get an extra 0.25x to add to the payout if you actually take the 21.5. So I think both spots are great, but Tatum here, I like him a lot. He's over in about 74% of games this year with at least 21 points, as you see there. But you can see he's also been over this in 4 straight games. He only missed this in 1 playoff game, which was the first game against Orlando. Had 23 points last game against the Knicks in about 44 minutes. He actually had a great start to that game, but just did not finish great. He ended up shooting pretty damn bad. About 7 for 23, with shooting 30%. If he shoots closer to 40, 50% in that game, he comes through for his normal line there at 27.5. So overall, I think he's in a great spot because you look at games where he's played at least, 32 minutes even, over in 78%, up that to 36 plus, over in 76%. And overall, he's also had a pretty great history against the Knicks too. Like he's over in 8 of his last 10 games against them in every single game this year, which is 5 straight games. So I think he's in a great spot. I mean, he would have came through really easily last game if he just happened to shoot a little bit better. Still came through relatively easily, but he would have flew over this line by a lot. This line will probably be even higher. So overall, I think it's a great spot, even for the lower payout. Like I said, though, you could probably take 21.5, which is not too big of a difference there. Actually, it might not even be a single percentage difference there. I think it might be the same there. I actually might be able to get a better payout, though, if you take the 21.5. So just kind of look into it, but I think Tatum's in a great spot for his points tonight. So if you were to pair all three plays together, it would be Karl-Anthony Towns' points and Brian Woo's fantasy score, as well as Tatum's points here. It paid out 3.5x. If you take the 21.5, it might be at 3.75x. So look into that, but overall, those are my plays today. I'm not done with the free plays yet, but a couple of reminders. Don't miss out on joining the DubClub. There's a free trial linked in my description, or join for the next month for only $15. Both are linked available in my description. Gives you access to all my plays, which we absolutely crushed yesterday, as well as access to the Discord from Underdog Streaks, correlation slips, Discord chat, as well as my contributors' plays here also. But here's some more free plays from the Daily Grind tool. This tool can show off the best bet to value plays on an app like PrizePicks or Underdog. Right now on PrizePicks, they love some League of Legends plays, some CSGO plays, some MLB plays. It's a really, really awesome tool. It can help you find some really nice value. Also with this tool, if you click on plus V plays, you can filter down to a 2-pick power play, or same with a 5-pick or a 6-pick flex, to help you find some really good value, like just throw into an entry for you essentially. So if you click on the link in my description, click on the fantasy bundle, and then scroll down, and be sure to use promo code at DOMG so you guys can get a little bit of a discount, I believe. But also there's another tool available in my description from the same guys called the ASVIP Generator, which is over 2,000 units of profit since last year, and there are 10 slips currently on the board for apps like PrizePicks or Underdog. Right now on PrizePicks, there's some value in CSGO, some MLB, some League of Legends, even some NBA. This tool, or this entry here, is a 6-pick flex on PrizePicks with a profit margin of 9.37%. So you can see how powerful this tool is between all the units that it's up and just the entries that it's able to give you. It's a really, really cool tool. So get it for yourself in my description. Click on the slip generator this time, and then scroll down and be sure to use promo code DOMG yet again. Thank you for watching. I'll see you for the next video. Best of luck. If you want to see me over $5,000 profit on PrizePicks, you can watch this video on my screen right now, and I'll see you guys in the next one.